What's going on, guys? It's your main man back on the scene with another video. New to the channel, please smash that like button and subscribe. It will be greatly appreciated. DC film boss Walter Hamada has departed the studio as Warner Brothers Discovery finalizes exit. So maybe we'll finally start getting some good DC movies. This deserves hallelujah. 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 Praise the Lord. Get your ass out of here, fool. That's what we need. Check out this article. After 15 years at Warner Brothers and 4 as the president of DC Films, Walter Hamada has finally left the Burbank, California lot. Sources tell Deadline the exec is waiting for the senior Warner Brothers Discovery brass to finalize his exit payout. In other words, the golden parachute. So they're paying him to get the hell out of the way. And these are bad contracts. Some the other day, somebody had a contract that they couldn't be outright fired from a movie. Like, what kind of crap is that? If you suck, you gotta go. This is how these companies you get run into the ground, because they hire all their friends and buddies and they give them these lucrative deals. And they can't perform. They suck. Hamada has run DC since 2018 and re-upped in January 2021 with a contract that was supposed to take him through 2023. This is what I'm talking about. He didn't make jack shit. Nothing. Nothing good. This is one of the weirdos that was trying to let's make it YouTube friendly. Delete Superman and Batman and replace them with Supergirl, not the real Supergirl, and Batgirl, and of course not the real Batgirl. All of this occurs as New Line, DC movie Black Adam, on which Hamada is the executive producer, is tracking to open at a projected 135. I think it passed that at the global box office this weekend, despite some harsh reviews. Reviews by the shills, because the fans, if you look at Rotten Tomato, the fans, the verified score is good, but the shills, the critics, is bad. And that happens a lot with movies. Like if something that has the message in it, then the shills like it, and then the fans don't like it. So it switches. Or the pendulum switches the other way. The writing has been on the wall for Hamada's DC exit for quite some time. And sources said he has packed up his office and hasn't been part of recent creative meetings. Hamada will be the 5th Warner Brothers motion picture studio executive to leave since the Axe Man David Zaslav took reins of the newly merged Warner Brothers Discovery following Warner Brothers Motion Pictures Group chairman, I hate these damn ads, Toby Emmerich, president of production and development, Courtney Valenti, Motion Picture Group COO, Carolyn Blackwood, and Animation Group EVP, Allison Abate. We hear Hamada knew his days were numbered, and this would be the outcome even before he met Zaslav, who has been transparent in his desire to bring an exec like Marvel chief Kevin Feige to run DC across all mediums. Zaslav recently courted former Warner Brothers development exec and Lego movie producer Dan Lin, well, I don't know why, for the Post, and former chief Emma Watts has long loomed as a possible head. Sometimes it might sound good, yeah, they're purging, but then maybe they're just another side of the message. You don't know. I'm hoping that they're trying to make proper money. Step all that nonsense. Hamada is not Feige. The low-key executive is said not to be a gifted, talented snoozer, for instance. But this is not to discount his efforts since moving over from New Line. Among his accomplishments were creating a crossover between DC Films and the HBO Max streaming service. Hamada shepherded that Robert Pattinson movie, which nobody wanted. And it wasn't a bad movie, actually. But I heard the director didn't want him. It's kind of pushed on. Anyways, a Robert Pattinson movie during a COVID shoot, and the reboot grossed $771 million worldwide. That was the first solid outing for Reeves and Pattinson, and also became a highly watched movie on HBO Max after its 45-day theatrical run. A sequel is in the works. Hamada also was an EP, executive producer, and had his hands on two of DC's highest grossing movies, James Wan Aquaman, 1.1 billion, and Todd Phillips' Joker, which won 2 Oscars and became the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time, at 1.07 billion. And you got to add to the fact that they only spent $50 million to make it, so they got paid off of that. I don't think his genius was into that, because I heard they had a time trying to get that made. Despite this, Zaslav has made his mind up and said as much in earnings calls. He wants his Feige, and who wouldn't? Feige is among the most successful at building billion-dollar film franchises, and Feige didn't do it alone. Favreau had a lot to do with that. Matter of fact, I'd say in the early stages, Favreau in hand was the most important. Kevin Feige just rolled from there, because you see what's coming out now, and it's not good. Unless you clone him, there's no one else like him. Many feel Zaslav has already has perhaps the closest thing in Michael DeLuca, who, with Warner Brothers Motion Pictures co-chief Pam Abdi, are overseeing DC until Zaslav makes a permanent hire. The genre-smart DeLuca recently set up a new Constantine, Time, with Keanu Reeves and director Francis Lawrence, for instance. But Zaslav wants something else, and DeLuca and Abdi are plenty busy overhauling WB. Hamada was offered, but has turned down a production deal. He was ready to bolt after WBD killed Batgirl in post-production as part of the pivot from the last regime's plan to make moderately budgeted films for HBO Max. Zaslav instead focused on big theatrical swings that find their way to the streamer after female theatrical runs. After the Batgirl debacle, DeLuca and Abdi persuaded Hamada to stay and see through Black Adam, which opens Friday. Black Adam was alright. He was alright. No, I don't know. I don't know if they're saying that Warner Brothers offered him a deal, because I don't see why. I'm not gonna read through all this. There's not much left anyway. Yeah, it's like yeah, he knew his time was up. Axe Man wasn't having that because he didn't produce, and that crappy Batgirl, because the screens were bad. And what else they made? Yeah, they were gonna swap Superman with Supergirl and Batman with Batgirl. Like, who would do those? Books never sold nowhere near Superman. Superman sold far more books than any other superhero. It's not even close. So why would you sideline the biggest selling character of all time for a character nobody cares about? Someone make sense of that. Drop a comment below. Let me make some sense of that. Help me with that. And they have Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, or the Holy Trinity. And they didn't do anything with it. They could have made billions with that. But the weirdo activists don't see it that way. That's the problem. But anyways, guys, I'm not going to long stroke it. Like, share, subscribe. Drop a comment below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.